Hey everybody, I wasn't going to make this video today, but it is the perfect day to make it. Look, if you're feeling overwhelmed, there's a way to test whether or not you are. So let me share that with you now, because what we want to do is make sure if we feel overwhelmed, we're actually being overwhelmed rather than being a bit of a wimp about it. This is it. This is what I did. So I was feeling overwhelmed, as I am right now, and I spent just some moments literally on a spreadsheet mapping out all the things that I've got in my head, the jobs that I've been carrying around that I think I need to do. And what you can see here is a list of around about, gosh, how many jobs would that be? And I've added to it today since I printed out this list. Looks about 45. And I put next to, so you can see a couple of columns here. One is all the things that I need to do, and then some sort of estimation how long they'll take. So total hours is 779 and a half hours. So anything under 15 minutes I didn't put on the list. So 15 minutes or greater went on the list. Okay, here's the benefits that I've found immediately. Firstly, it is great to get it out of my head. Secondly, if anything felt too small or too insignificant to put on this the spreadsheet, or I thought, no, I don't really need to do that. By putting them on the spreadsheet, it became a filter. So meaning some didn't make it to the spreadsheet. So that filter, deciding whether or not they landed on the spreadsheet, culled out a whole lot of things that were in my head where I just thought, I don't need to do this. So the very fact that I was putting tasks on the spreadsheet filtered out a whole lot of other tasks. So now my mind is clear. And looking at these jobs, I can start to prioritize them a little bit. There's a couple that are more important than others. Just the mere fact I've put them on the spreadsheet means I've started to consciously actually think about those tasks and play them off against each other. The other benefit is I'm starting to think now what tasks I can get support for, what help I need, because there is a subgroup of these tasks that I just can't do myself. I need help and I need support. So that does the right thing in terms of starting the right conversation. I'm thinking about who I need to talk to, and that helps me with the first step, which is reach out to that person, tell them about the task that I've got, the problem I'm trying to solve, or whatever it is that landed on the spreadsheet, and ask them for their help. So it's offered a lot of clarity. Now, this is that test, and I say it with a wry smile. I don't mean it quite the way it sounds, but let me repeat what I said at the start. You want to know if you've been a bit of a wimp or whether you're really overwhelmed. By getting it all down on a sheet, it's helped me determine which of those two camps I fall into. And it's kind of a bit of the two. I think I was catastrophizing a little bit about all the work I had to do because it was just circulating around in my head all the time. And what would happen is that task would pop up into my head. And I think, oh, I need to do this, but I can't do it now. So I've had that stimulus that I need to do a task, but I can't do anything about it. So the net effect of that is I feel a little bit frustrated that I've thought of the task, but I can't do anything about it. Getting it down on the sheet has now got it out of my head. I don't have to carry anything in my head. If I think of any other tasks, write it down on the sheet. And in doing that, it helps me prioritize a little bit in terms of where that task comes with other tasks. And when it comes to talking with my family about what I think I need to do, I can share this, and some things we can do together. Not in terms of sharing a task, and it becomes an obligation for somebody else. But others might go, hey, I really want to help you with that. That would be really cool. You don't know until you share it. So, if you've got a lot of things kicking around in your head, a lot of tasks, and I had them all over the place. I had tasks stored in my phone. I had them in an inbox in my email. I had them scribbled in my the book I take to my gym. I had some on my voice recorder, some on post-it notes all over the place. So this way I was able to compile them all together. grab all those, and then everything else that was kicking in my head, got it down on the sheet, some sort of indication of how long it would take me to do them. Some tasks are super big, like finishing my book, and some tasks are a lot smaller. As I say, down to 15 minutes. Anything less than 15 minutes, I didn't put on the sheet. I didn't think it was significant enough. But follow your own rules. Now, the last thing I'll leave you with is some of these tasks should have never come to me, in terms of I'm connected to too many things which become channels for these tasks to come to me. So for example, if you're the type of person who can never say no, someone asks you for something, might be volunteering for a committee, a sports club, or something like that, and you're like, yeah, you can do that. Why you're saying yes is because you know you're capable and you know you'll do a good job. But when you should be saying yes or no really depends on your capacity, not your appetite to do it, but your capacity to do it. And that's where we fall over. So what I'm going to do in the upcoming videos, and I've written about them in my book, which is not published yet, but we're working through it. So I've captured all of these not ideas, because I've used them. So these experiences, but coming up in other videos will be, how do we shut down the demand? So we don't want to improve the way we perform our tasks. What we want to do first is reduce the amount of tasks that come to us. So I don't want to be continually adding to this list. I want to get rid of the tasks that I shouldn't do, and reduce my velocity of adding to this list. And then I can look at doing the work to perform the tasks. Otherwise, I'm going to be that rat in a cage, or I'm going to be that mouse on the wheel, continually working hard to get through a never-ending list of tasks. I don't want that. I want freed up time. I want freed up capacity. That's what this is all about. So in my upcoming videos, I'm going to share with you some of the tools I've already used, because this list, if I did it a year ago today, it would be way bigger than it is now. So I'm going to share with you those tools that I have employed over the last year. That means this list isn't so big, or certainly isn't as big as it could have been. Still feels overwhelming, and I'm pleased I've got it down. Useful tool, but how do we stem the flow of the tasks coming through to us? Yeah, so that's going to be, I'll smatter these tips in with other videos that I'm going to do every day or every second day, something like that. So stay tuned. I'm going to help you out with that stuff too. Okay, hope that was helpful. Step one, if you've got a lot of stuff in your head, get it out of your head. That's not the place to have it. Store it somewhere else. For me, just throwing it, literally, Excel spreadsheet, a couple of columns, boom, one column, the list of all the things in my head. Get every single thing out that's 15 minutes or bigger. Use your own rule and put a time next to them. That's it. That's step one. Step two, before we even start to tackle these tasks, is what can we do to start to shut off the supply into this? And there's a lot of dumb stuff that you get. You don't. If we talk about emails and all the things we've subscribed to, there's like step one, shutting down that sort of stuff. So it's those sort of channels that bring things into us. Let's talk about that. Let's shut that down to free up time so we can spend time doing the stuff we want to do. All right, I'm off for a walk with my son. One of those things I want to do. Okay, catch you later.